Merry Christmas, Artsies! This is my Christmas tutorial, and today we will be making a night sky with the silhouette of the camels and three wise men. We will be also doing faux calligraphy. So if you want to know how to do faux calligraphy using simple pen, stay tuned on my video and finish this, and let's get started. Alright, so before we start the tutorial, let's talk about the materials that we will be using for our artwork today. We will be using our Mungyo watercolor pan set. This is in 48 colors, but we will be just using two colors that are indigo and black. I just have all of this set because I need a mixing palette. Also, we will be using two pointed round brushes. I have here size number 2 and size 12 of my watercolor brushes. These are Kolinsky sable brushes. I have here also Uniball Signo white gel pen that we'll be using. Our watercolor paper. This is in a block. This is Baohong and cold pressed watercolor paper. This is in a block. We will be using also some washi tape. We will be also, of course, we'll be using some tissue and also 2 cups of water. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so I put washi tape in the middle of my paper because I will be recreating this one into a smaller card like this. I will put some washi tape also here at the sides. Hopefully that I can make here a clean edge like this. Alright, so I have now my card here, my paper here actually, that I put some washi tape. I used washi tape because I do not have painter's tape. Also, I do not want to use the masking tape because it ruins my paper. Did this so that I will have an effect that I can have a clean edge at the sides of it. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm mixing my indigo to my palette. Okay, I'm just getting what I need. I like the Mungyo palette because just a little of it goes a long way because the color is very vibrant. Okay, so alright, I have that now. I'm just cleaning my brush, and we will be doing wet on wet technique. So I have here a clean water with my brush with lots of water. The good thing about Kolinsky sable watercolor brush is that it can hold lots of water. Alright, also in doing wet on wet technique, some people do it too much, okay, but the right thing to do with wet on wet technique is just the paper is shiny and not puddling. Okay, so this paper is actually 100% cotton, so it will take a little bit longer to dry than the paper that is not 100% cotton. So now I will be putting my indigo at the very top. Hopefully it won't go out of the tape. Alright, and we will be adding more at the top. The good thing about doing paintings small is that you can actually save paper. Alright, this is why I like painting small. I do not actually paint big. I like small paintings. Okay, there I will be getting more intense color here, and there I will be rinsing my brush a little, and then I rinse off there in my cup, and then there I will clean totally my brush because it has a lot of paint here at the bottom that should be not okay. Here, because we will be doing a night sky. Alright, if you could see, my paper is not buckling. So some paper, if you do not stretch your paper, what happens is that when you do wet on wet technique like this, means that the paper rises up when you put too much water in it. Okay, I will be adding more of indigo here at the top so we could put more stars, especially at the top, before it will totally dry. There. Right. I do not like using black because when it's dark, it's not totally black, right? Okay. There we go. I think I'm satisfied with it. Just letting it dry. So there. And I'll come back later with the camels. We'll be putting the camels, the sand, or call that mountains, with the wise men. Okay, so we have it dry now. So what we are going to do next would be the sands and the wise men and also the camels. I will be using black watercolor now. Alright, and I will be mixing some of it. I will be making it very, very thick. I am using my big brush to mix my colors because it's easier. Alright. Okay, so I will be using this to make the mountains as well. Or maybe this the mountain of sand. I don't know. I'm not sure what to call that. Okay, but this time I will be making it a little smaller than the previous that I did. Okay, at the bottom of it, and later on we will be doing some calligraphy. Okay, first one done. I think I will just make small right now so it won't look like mountains. Alright, so there, and that's it. Okay, so there's the mountains that I have, and I'm just rinsing my brush because I won't be using this, and I will be switching to my round 2 brush right now. So this is the smallest brush that I have. Okay, there. Okay, so I will be using the same black. Alright, so for the camels, you could look into pictures online of the 3 wise men or the camels, how it looks like for you. It will be easy for you to paint it or draw it somehow. Okay, well, my challenge is that I have a hard time in drawing. I cannot really draw. I just learned some sketching and how to make some, for example, circles, and how to make the cups from, or a cup of coffee, or for example, I will be doing pumpkins. Somehow I do sketch that before I paint, but honestly, I do not actually draw. It's not my expertise. Okay, but if you can give me a brush, and there. Alright, or a brush pen. Alright, so we will be starting. We'll be painting the camels with the wise men from left to right because I am right-handed. I do that to avoid any smudging if the watercolor is still wet while working on the left. So we'll be working from left to right. Okay, so let's start with the face of the camel, because I will be doing the nose and the mouth here. The face, and the camel's face is like bumpy, Alright. Now they have a long neck, so we'll be doing this. But it's not long like giraffe, you know. So there. Alright, there. If you can draw better, okay, that's really cool. Alright, if you're having a hard time in painting the camel, you can also paint other things, like for example trees or like cactus, something like that in silhouette. That's why our painting is black, because in silhouette. So there. It took me actually a little time in drying the paper because I do not have any drying tool here or a hair dryer, so I let it dry by itself with a fan. I know the camel is not really good right now, but I am going to do myself on that. And also, some camels are not really have big humps at the back, right? So it's up to you how you are going to make camels. I'm also using the size 2 round brush because doing a small painting today. I use this also for my calligraphy. But if you will be using something for calligraphy, you could also use a smaller brush like size 0. That is really good. As long as your brush has pointed tip, that's good. You don't have to use a Kolinsky sable brush for calligraphy, as long as your brush is pointy, and that is good if you would be doing like watercolor calligraphy. Alright, if you think that is already dry and it's hard to move your brush into your paper, I suggest that you wet your brush. Alright. Okay, so I will be just doing the silhouette of the wise man here. Okay, it's like this, like the shape of the shoulder or the hand maybe, and the head. It's up to you how you do your human figures. Okay, but I will be doing this, but yeah, not too round. Alright, because it will look like a doll if it's too round. Maybe for this guy, there's something on the head that I can put on, like a hat, for example. There you go. Okay, and then with that, I will be like putting a string, like the man is holding the camel. Right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so first camel and wise man done. Alright, so let's go to the next one. And I might do speed painting, so please bear with me, but if you are painting along with me. That's cool. We'll be making the star. Okay, we'll be making the big star here. So I will be using this white gel pen again. This is Uniball Signo white gel pen. Okay, you could use any white gel pen that you have with you, or that you can get into any art store or bookstore. Alright, because if we will be using a watercolor into our painting, it won't stay white. It will be like gray or blue when it dries. So there, we're just running over. Alright, and then line there. Okay, so it looks like the star is shining above, and we will be doing a small calligraphy on that. Okay, I will be just removing this. Alright, so now we'll be making stars. For the stars, you could do just dots. You can make it bigger, smaller. You could do it randomly, because of course these are stars and they are not actually aligned right onto the sky. It is randomly there, so you could do that. And I like this white gel pen because it makes my star beautifully there. Okay, so the previous artwork that I did, I wrote "The Savior has come," but I will be writing "The Lord has come." That's supposed to be I should wrote, because I was thinking of the song "Joy to the World." Alright, it's also from the verse "Joy to the world, the Lord has come." Alright, so there you can make it bigger, smaller. You can put some little dots there to show stars. There, you can make as many as you want, make it bigger, smaller, randomly, because stars are like that. Some stars are big, some are small, some are bright, some are not. Okay, now we'll be doing the calligraphy. Okay, so here we will be doing a faux calligraphy. Alright, so when I do faux calligraphy, I still do it with the basic strokes. So remember the basic strokes. If you haven't seen that video, I suggest that you watch the video or the videos. I have a playlist about basic strokes. And you can also check my calligraphy beginners guide from basic strokes to letters, connecting your letters. Alright, so for the faux calligraphy, remember that when we do calligraphy, you will remember your basic strokes as well as well. Be mindful of your thin strokes and upstrokes. So I will write first the words and then I will thicken the downstrokes. So I will speed up the video again. Alright, I will add more stars around it. Okay, just tiny dots and we're almost done. Okay. And some strokes here to make it thicker. Alright, there. Okay, maybe I will add some more bright stars near it. So that's how you do faux calligraphy. Alright. If you are using a pen. Okay. Alright, so this is our finished artwork this week. I hope you like it. I will just remove the tape, remove it from the block, and give it to someone. You can also check my other videos about calligraphy beginner's guide and also my watercolor plus calligraphy tutorials for this month. Remember to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Remember that practice makes perfect, perfect makes permanent, so keep on practicing, keep on writing.